What is a tour manager? Most people think a tour manager is basically a glorified babysitter, someone who carries bags, books hotel rooms, and makes sure the artist doesn't miss the bus. And look, sometimes that's part of it. But the reality of what a tour manager actually does, it's one of the most demanding high-stakes operations jobs in any industry, and almost nobody talks about what it really looks like from the inside. I've been doing this for 30 years, and in this video, I'm going to break it all down. Welcome to the TM Toolkit, the channel built for touring professionals who want real information, real systems, and real tools for life on the road. Whether you're an aspiring tour manager trying to figure out how to break in, a working TM or PM looking to sharpen your game, or just someone who's curious how the whole machine actually works, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. So what does a tour manager actually do? The short answer is everything that has to happen between the moment an artist agrees to play a show and the moment they walk off stage at the end of the night. That includes, and this is not a complete list, advancing the show with the venue and promoter, coordinating travel and hotels for the entire touring party, managing the day sheet, handling the settlement, dealing with whatever goes wrong, and making sure the artist has everything they need to do their job. The tour manager is the operational hub of the entire tour. Every department, production, audio, lighting, catering, security, ultimately runs through you. You are the first person everyone calls when something goes wrong, and something always goes wrong. One of the most important and least understood parts of the job is advancing. Advancing a show means making contact with the venue, the promoter, and all the relevant departments weeks before you ever arrive. You're confirming production details, technical writers, hospitality writers, schedules, parking, load-in times, guest lists, settlements, all of it. A well-advanced show runs smoothly. A poorly advanced show is a disaster waiting to happen. I've walked into venues where nobody knew we were coming because the advance fell apart. I've had production writers completely ignored because nobody followed up. I've seen shows nearly fall apart over something as simple as a missing dressing room. Advancing isn't glamorous, but it is the single biggest factor in whether a show day goes smoothly or sideways. On show day, the tour manager runs the timeline. You're up before anyone else. You've got the day sheet distributed. You know when load-in starts, when sound check is, when doors open, when the artist needs to be at the venue, when they go on, and, critically, when the hard out is. The hard out is the absolute latest you can be out of that venue. Miss it and you're paying penalties. In some venues, you're paying thousands of dollars for every hour you run over. That comes out of the show's bottom line, which means it comes out of the artist's pocket. Everything on show day runs against the clock. Your job is to make sure everyone else knows what time it is. Here's the part most people never see: the settlement. Unless you have a tour accountant like we do, at the end of every show, the tour manager sits down with the promoter and reconciles the money. You're verifying ticket counts, confirming expenses, checking the deal structure, whether it's a flat guarantee, a percentage deal, or a combination of both, and making sure the artist gets paid correctly. This is not a casual conversation. This is a financial audit happening at 11 o'clock at night after a full show day. You need to understand deal structures. You need to understand how box office settlements work. You need to know what expenses are legitimate and which ones promoters try to sneak in. And you need to be able to do all of this while you're exhausted, the crew is tearing down around you, and the artist wants to know when the bus leaves. Getting the settlement wrong, even once, can cost the artist real money. Getting it right consistently is one of the most valuable things a tour manager does. I want to be honest about something. This job is hard. Not hard like stressful office job hard. Hard like you're managing 35 people across multiple time zones, you haven't slept in a real bed in 2 weeks, something just broke on the bus, the venue called with a problem, the artist has a request and your phone hasn't stopped ringing since 7 a.m., and you have to handle all of it calmly, professionally, without letting anyone see you sweat. Because the moment the tour manager panics, everyone panics. That's the part nobody tells you when you're trying to break into this industry. It's not the travel that gets you. It's not the long hours. It's the constant, relentless problem-solving with no room for error. But here's the other side of it. When a tour runs well, when the shows are great, the crew is dialed in, the artist is happy, and everything goes the way it's supposed to, there is nothing else like it. You built that. You made that happen. That's why people do this for 30 years. If you're new here, this channel is built around one idea, that touring professionals deserve better tools, better systems, and better information. Over the coming weeks, we're going to dig into budgeting, advancing, settlements, crew management, and the actual tools I use to run tours, including the spreadsheets and systems I've built over 3 decades on the road. If that sounds useful, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. And if you've got questions about tour management, drop them in the comments. I read everything. I'll see you in the next one.